talk about the planting process, I want to tell you that you want to start tomato seeds at least 6 to 8 weeks before their last frost date. So this, and also the tomatoes are a warm weather crop, so it needs heat for the seeds to germinate. So what you want to do is start your seeds indoors, put it on top of your refrigerator. The residual heat will allow the seeds to break through and germinate. Now, this plant right here is an indeterminate tomato. So indeterminate tomatoes can grow infinitely. This is why we have put the stakes in the ground for it. The plants up front there, those are determinate tomatoes, and they grow up to a certain height and will stop and will fruit all at once. So those get your standard tomato cages. But this type will grow indefinitely, and what we want to do is as it grows, we'll pick off the suckers and we'll just leave 1 to 2 liter branches, and this way it can funnel all the way to production. And I've already dug my planting hole. What we're going to do is we are going to plant the tomato as deep as possible. So I got my little pruners right here, and we always sterilize before we make a cut because you don't want to introduce any kind of virus into your plant. If you're a smoker, you should definitely wash your hands before you handle your tomato plants because tobacco virus can transmit through your cigarettes onto your tomato plants and will inhibit growth. Okay, so I am going to cut all these bottom leaves up, all the way up, leaving just the crown. So, like that. That's good enough for me. And if you want to go look at the planting hole, this is the time where you want to fertilize. If you use a slow release fertilizer, go ahead and put it in the planting hole. I like to use compost. This is cow manure. I'm going to put just a handful in the planting hole, and I'm going to plant it all the way up until the crown right here. I'm going to mound this up. See, the whole plant has been buried all the way up to the crown where I said I want it to be. And then we're going to mound around it. This will keep water from backsplashing onto your plant, and also the moat will allow water to pool right here and drain deeply because tomatoes are very water sensitive. It can rain and then 3 days later it can act like it's going through a drought stress. So definitely your tomatoes, if it hasn't rained in a few days, you'll want to go ahead and give it a drink of water. Now that it's in, I'm going to put in the tomato stake. You want to do this when it's young. You don't want to wait until the tomato is mature because the tomato branches will harden and then you'll end up risk breaking the branch when it's older. So we'll do this young now, and then as the tomato gets older, we'll go ahead and tie it to the stake so that it can grow. And if you're a short person like me, having a garden stool that always stays out in the garden is perfect. So. All right, that's it. And she's all planted, and I did all 7 today. Thanks for watching.